Hey perfume junkies, this is Kay Loves Perfume. Welcome back, or if you're new here, subscribe down below to join in on my perfume addiction. Alright, today I have fall fragrances, but this version of fall fragrances is fall vintage fragrances. I've got quite a few because most vintage fragrances are perfect for fall time. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm gonna start with my queen of fall. That is Taboo, and I have 3 different formulations here. So let's start with the one from, I believe, the 40s. Taboo came out in 1932, and it was made for the French streetwalker. And so yeah, it's warm, it's inviting, it's cinnamony, even though it's clove. Clove kind of gives off a cinnamon type vibe. So it's spicy, it's clove, it's amber, it's warm. It kind of, to me personally, it smells sexy. It's just sexy. It's like a Coca-Cola kind of fragrance. And this is the 1940s version. Now this one, you can still find lots of vintages on eBay. This is so strong, so much stronger than the other version. But yeah, you're getting a beautiful, breathtaking Coca-Cola sexy musk. Cinnamon, but it's not cinnamon, it's clove, but it smells like cinnamon. Clove, it gives spice, just beautiful. Okay, now I have a version from either the 80s or 90s. I believe this is like the 90s. A little bit more concentrated than the newer version. Very thick. Not as thick as the old version, but very thick, beautiful, ambery Taboo. Alright, now let's get to the current version. This is Taboo by Dana. The current version is sweeter, lighter, more wearable for you modern people that don't like the heavy vintages. Perfect. Taboo by Dana. Definitely check it out if you're looking for a fall fragrance. This is a safe blind buy, even for young people. I am 25, turning 26 next month, and I rock this. I wear it. I would wear it even if I wasn't married. This would be sexy, and men would smell you and think you're sexy. So that's Taboo by Dana. Next, I have another vintage. This is the vintage formulation of Obsession by Calvin Klein. As you can see, the cap, I tapped it, but the cap is a tan, light brown color with a gold ring around it, and it is not see-through. The newer formulation is see-through. They took out the authentic oak moss note and the authentic civet note. So in this one, you're getting the real oak moss and the real civet. There's cinnamon, there's amber, there's woodiness. This to me is a beautiful woody amber with slightly spiced. Now the cinnamon comes out in the dry down. You're gonna spray it, you're gonna get that green oak moss, or in the new version, a lighter synthetic oak moss, but it's a lot lighter. But yeah, you're gonna get that oak moss when you first spray it, then the woodiness, and then the amber comes out, and then the cinnamon's like, oh hey, you're wearing a cinnamon fragrance, and you're gonna smell like cinnamon powder. Well, not really powder, more like a thick cinnamon dessert, kind of, not dessert. I don't know, a cinnamon something, but beautiful, stunning, sexy, gorgeous. For my mature audience that watches for the more mature fragrances, the more complex fragrances, get your hands on a vintage Obsession on eBay. You won't regret it. Stunning, beautiful. It's much better than the newer formulation. You're gonna get a lot more going on out of it. Beautiful, beautiful. Great for fall. Next we have Elizabeth Taylor's Passion. Oh, I love this fragrance. So this is oak moss, leather. There's soapy, like white floral notes in here. There's honey to sweeten it up. There's spices. So basically, when I wear this, I get the oak moss at first, that kind of goes away. The leather at first, that kind of goes away. Well, the leather kind of remains throughout the fragrance. It starts off strong and then it mellows out. But there is a honey in here that sweetens everything up. So it's not a disturbingly masculine smell. It's sweetened by a honey note. But then there's beautiful spices. So you're wearing a spicy, beautiful fragrance by Elizabeth Taylor. That's Passion. Not easy blind buy. I do not recommend blind buying this. I don't recommend this for everyone. This is what they would call old lady-ish because it is slightly soapy. But it is also sexy and cinnamony. So, yeah. Passion by Elizabeth Taylor. Next we have another Elizabeth Taylor fragrance, and I love this bottle. That is Diamonds and Rubies. A beautiful powdered peach with cinnamon and rose. Yeah, it kind of smells like a spicy peach pie, but there's too much rose going on, so it would be like a peach pie with cinnamon and then a layer of rose jam on top. Sounds disgusting, but smells good. But that's what you're going to get from this fragrance. I got the biggest bottle possible because I adore this. Look at how beautiful this bottle is. I wish more fragrances came like this. I mean, I need to get the large white diamonds because I do love white diamonds. Yeah, it's just fits in your hand nicely. It's got this beautiful thing around it. Beautiful fragrance. Definitely recommend Elizabeth Taylor Diamonds and Rubies. I have some Chanel for you. Coco Chanel's EDT. Okay, so this is Coco EDT. The EDP is a little bit different. It's more old school, more about the rose, less about the spice and the sweetness. So if you go with the EDT version, you'll get what I'm describing. Now there is a sweet fuzzy peach. It's a little bit different than the Diamonds and Rubies. That peach is not as sweet. This peach is a sweetened peach. You're going to get a sweet fuzzy peach. You're going to get a rose, not the jammy rose, more dried rose. So this is more vintagey rose. You're going to get the clove, which spices up the fragrance, gives it a Coca-Cola vibe. Just absolutely stunning. She is a queen. A queen would wear this fragrance. Beautiful. This is Coco EDT by Chanel and absolutely gorgeous. Definitely check this out. Great for fall. Next let me tell you about the longevity. The EDT lasts longer than the EDP. The EDP may seem like it's better at first in terms of projection, which it projects a lot more. But your projection dies off at the 3-hour mark, and then you're left with close to skin for another 2 hours. This one lasts way longer, like 8 hours. It projects decently the whole time, but it's not beast mode projection, but it is very long lasting, and it's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Alright, so this one is Charlie Gold. Now, Charlie, let's sit here and talk about some Charlies for a second. My mother wears the original Charlie, and I hate it. It is green, it is earthy, it is disturbing, it is disgusting. I don't like it. Sorry if I offend you. Please don't unsubscribe for this comment. But the other Charlies, I love the other Charlies. Charlie White is beautiful. My mom loves Charlie White. I got her into Charlie White. She wears that in the summer and in the spring. Now, Charlie Red is also very nice. It is great for spring. It's very floral. And then there's Charlie Silver. It's okay. But Charlie Gold is the queen of fall and winter. Ooh, a beautiful sweet orange, powdery amber. There's clove in here. So you're going to get a beautiful fall fragrance. So basically this one smells like if you took Taboo by Dana and mixed it with Fire and Ice by Revlon. This is an orange creamsicle amber type scent. This is a clove heavy amber, beautiful fragrance. Mix these two, and then you get Charlie Gold. Beautiful fragrance, highly recommend. It's $5 practically. Yeah, you can get this for $5 for a full-size bottle. Highly recommend. Next we have a sexy, a provocative vintage. This is Red by Giorgio Beverly Hills. Now, Red is a cherry fragrance. I was on a big cherry kick for quite a while, so I picked up Red. I don't regret that, by the way. She is stunning. She is stunning. There's a greenness to it. There's a cherry to it. But then there's also a Coca-Cola spice ambery base. So that's why this is great for fall. I would say this is great for any time in fall, really. But the hotter portion of fall, you're going to get that cherry note to come out. And that cherry is going to be so prominent. And this cherry in here is kind of the artificial, like Jolly Rancher kind of cherry, or the lipstick, lip gloss kind of cherry. This isn't the natural cherry. This is a sweet, artificial kind of cherry. Beautiful fragrance, very sexy, very mature, complex fragrance. That's Red by Giorgio Beverly Hills. Next we have one that I do not recommend any of my viewers go out and blind buy. That is Ballet Versailles. And now, if you're one of my viewers and you like tons of these fragrances here that I'm talking about, and you like them and you know you like them, then go for this. This is beautiful animalic, but it's skanky animalic. That is the most prominent note in here. But then you're getting the Coca-Cola base with the yummy kind of, yeah, the Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, Pepsi kind of dark soda vibe. Powdery, very vintage, very vintage. This is from the 60s. Celebrities wore this, such as Elizabeth Taylor, and someone who idolized Elizabeth Taylor, Michael Jackson, and Jackie Kennedy wore this fragrance. So that's Ballet Versailles by Jean Despereaux. Beautiful fragrance. Next we have a fairly new fragrance to my collection. That's Maha by Maruja, and basically smells like a fall candle. Any fall candle you can think of, just fall. Not cinnamon, not leaves, not pumpkin, just fall. So it's everything mixed together. That's what you're getting out of this. And then there's soap. So it's kind of soapy. Great for the hotter portion of fall, like September. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's like a soapy fall candle. That's Maha by Maruja. Next we have one that I absolutely do not recommend any of you go out and blind buy. Definitely do not blind buy this. Do not blind buy this. This is probably a lot of people's most hated fragrance of all time. This comes from the 50s. This is none other than Youth Do by Estee Lauder. Now, I love this because my grandmother wore the shit out of this fragrance. She wore it everywhere all the time. Lots of the time she had over 500 fragrances, but this reigned supreme in her collection. And it's making me tear up just thinking about her. I'll put a picture up. She was the most wonderful, darling, beautiful redhead lady ever. I was adopted when I was 5. She accepted me right away. I was a part of the family, and she was my favorite person in the family. And she got me into perfume. Sorry, I'm getting all emotional on you guys. But you can see this is one of my absolute favorite fragrances. It really smells just like her house, just like her jackets, just like her clothes, just like her car. Now the top notes are horrendous, absolutely horrendous. So this would be one that you spray in the air, walk through, spray it twice in the air, walk through. You have to disperse it evenly all throughout your body. Spray it, walk through it, do your hair, do your makeup, eat a sandwich, Wait an hour, and then you get to the most gorgeous, heavenly cinnamon cosmetic powder scent of all time. But you have to suffer through those vile top notes to get to it. But yes, this is literally my collection will never ever be without Youth Dew. This is a queen in my collection because this is my grandma's fragrance. So it's very special. And yes, I'm tearing up thinking about it, but yeah. Literally childhood. There's something about the fragrances that bring you back to your childhood. That's Youth Dew by Estee Lauder. Whew, take a minute, breathe, zen. Get these tears to go away. Alright, next we have Ciara by Revlon. I love this. This is powdery Coca-Cola. It's more like Dr. Pepper. More like Dr. Pepper, but, or Pepsi. It's not as sweet as Coca-Cola. But, ooh, she is stunning. She is resinous. She's deep. She's dark. She's mysterious. I love, love, love Ciara by Revlon. I just got this, and it's summer, and I've already used quite a bit of her. Beautiful, great for fall, very complex for you complex perfume lovers that love the mature fragrances. Definitely check out Ciara. I also have to say, don't blind buy this. Well, wait, no, I take that back. Definitely blind buy it. It's only like $9. Don't pay more than $9. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I have the 80 strength concentration, and there's a slight raspberry note in here, not much. Don't rely on that. It's just a hint of sweetness. But yeah, Ciara by Revlon. This fragrance masked the smell of the 70s. Drugs, marijuana, smoking galore. Smoking every kind of smoking you could think of. No showers, hippies, all that. This masked that. So remember that when you purchase this fragrance. It's very strong, very beast mode, but it's beautiful. Very hippie. Alright, we have a version of it called Ciara Femme Fatale, and this particular one is from the 90s, and it is peach and tonka. It's beautiful. I'm not going to spray it. It's discontinued and very rare. Ciara Femme Fatale. Beautiful. I just kind of added that in there to kind of show it off a little. Next we have one for you lovers of less heavy fragrances. It's not spicy, but it's heavy actually. Powdery, there's iris, there's citrus top notes, there's musk. That is Oscar de la Renta Esprit d'Oscar from the 80s or the 70s, something in there. I have to get the original Oscar. I gotta get all the Oscars, girl. I need the Oscars. My birthday's coming up. I'm gonna do a haul, and I think I should add the original Oscar to it. Because I know people don't like it when I sit here and talk about vintages that much. There's some of my die-hard viewers that love vintages, but then there's lots of viewers that are like, ew, she's walking around smelling like an old lady. And I just want to tell you, you guys out there that are naysayers of vintages, you're not going to walk around smelling like an old lady unless you're wearing like Youth Dew and you're spraying it the wrong way. Unless you're spraying Youth Dew like this. If you spray walk through, you smell fine. The thing is about these, it's all about who's wearing it. You got a young, sexy woman wearing a vintage fragrance, it's not going to smell like old lady. It's going to smell very complex. It's going to smell like she knows what she wants. She's mature, she's classy, she's amazing. Yeah, that's what it's going to smell like. But yeah, this is beautiful iris fragrance. Gorgeous. Definitely recommend Esprit d'Oscar by Oscar de la Renta. Last but not least, we have Gloria by Gloria Vanderbilt. Now this particular fragrance, the one with the swan on it, smells a little bit like Esprit d'Oscar. There's cinnamon in here, there's spicy carnation, You got to get through that spicy carnation and the top green notes. Then you get to this beautiful cinnamon cosmetic powder base. Different from Youth Dew, but it smells slightly like that. Youth Dew is a lot more cinnamon, a lot more spice. This one is more about the cosmetic powder. Beautiful fragrance, very unique. That's Gloria Vanderbilt. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed my vintage fall fragrances video. So if you did, like, comment, and subscribe to join in on my perfume addiction. Alright, bye!
After we freak, you know whose music he's bumping.